I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. It implies that there are other opportunities for learning and personal development besides formal education and the schooling process, according to an American writer and comedian. While schools offer controlled, systematic learning opportunities, they might not always be able to meet each student's unique needs and interests. Also, learning doesn't necessarily end after formal schooling is finished. In actuality, learning and developing oneself should be lifelong pursuits that extend beyond the walls of conventional education. This phrase inspires people to look for possibilities for personal improvement outside of the conventional classroom environment by highlighting the value of self-directed learning. This may involve reading literature, following hobbies and interests, engaging in personal projects, or seeking out mentors and role models. The remark essentially serves as a reminder that education is not just restricted to the official education offered by schools, and that we may all learn and develop throughout our lives, regardless of how much formal education we have received. What is the most rigorous law of our being? Growth. It also emphasizes the essential significance of development as a fundamental natural rule that controls our life. All facets of our existence, including our physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual selves, experience growth, which is a universal process. It is necessary for our happiness and fulfillment and happens naturally and continuously throughout our lives. This phrase can be seen in a larger context as an appeal to accept change and transition as a necessary part of human existence. It serves as a reminder that in order to grow and realize our full potential, both as people and as a society, we must be prepared to adapt and change. Personal growth might entail overcoming our fears, accepting new challenges, and picking up lessons from past mistakes. Introspection and self-reflection are also possible, as well as looking for fresh information and viewpoints. In the end, we may nurture a mindset of constant learning and progress, and embrace the chances for growth and development that life brings to us by acknowledging growth as a basic law of our being. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. And it highlights the idea that achieving success and fulfillment in one's work requires a deep sense of passion and purpose. The quote suggests that success is not simply about working hard or achieving wealth and status, but rather about finding a vocation, a calling or a profession that one is passionate about and enjoys. When work is something that we truly love, it doesn't feel like work, but rather like a fulfilling and enjoyable activity. By making our vocation our vacation, we are able to find joy and fulfillment in our work, and this can lead to greater success and satisfaction in all aspects of our lives. When we are passionate about what we do, we are more likely to be engaged, focused, and committed to our work, and this can lead to better performance, higher levels of creativity, and greater productivity. However, it's important to note that finding one's vocation or true calling can be a challenging and ongoing process, and may require self-reflection, experimentation, and a willingness to take risks and try new things. It may also require a degree of flexibility and adaptability, as our interests and passions can evolve and change over time. In essence, this quote reminds us that success is not just about external achievements, but about finding a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment in our work, and this requires a commitment to finding and pursuing our true vocation. What do we call love, hate, charity, revenge, humanity, forgiveness? Different results of the master impulse, the necessity of securing one's self-approval. And it suggests that many of the emotions and actions we experience in our lives can be traced back to a fundamental human need for self-approval. The master impulse referred to in the quote is the basic human drive to seek self-approval or self-esteem. According to Emerson, many of the emotions and actions we experience, such as love, hate, charity, revenge, humanity, and forgiveness, are all different expressions of this master impulse. For example, love and charity can be seen as positive expressions of the master impulse, as they involve actions that bring us approval and affirmation from others, and in turn, help to build our self-esteem. On the other hand, hate and revenge may stem from a desire to protect one's self-esteem or to seek validation through negative actions. Forgiveness and humanity can be seen as more complex expressions of the master impulse, as they may involve setting aside one's own self-interest in order to extend compassion and understanding towards others. However, even these actions can ultimately be seen as a way of affirming one's own values and sense of self-worth. Overall, the quote highlights the idea that many of our motivations and actions can be traced back to a basic human need for self-approval and self-esteem. By recognizing this underlying motivation, we can better understand and navigate the complex range of emotions and behaviors that we experience in our daily lives. Clothes do not merely make the man, clothes are the man. And it suggests that our clothing is not simply an external accessory, but rather an integral part of our identity. The quote suggests that our clothing is not just something we put on to cover our bodies or to protect us from the elements, but rather an extension of who we are as individuals. Our clothing choices can reflect our personality, social status, cultural background, and even our mood or attitude. In some ways, our clothing can be seen as a form of self-expression, allowing us to communicate something about ourselves to the world. It can also affect how we are perceived by others, and may even influence our own thoughts and behavior. The quote can also be interpreted to suggest that our clothing is not just a reflection of who we are, but can also shape who we become. For example, wearing a particular type of clothing may help us feel more confident or powerful, or may help us to fit in with a particular group or culture. Overall, the quote highlights the idea that clothing is not just a superficial or external aspect of our lives, but rather an important part of our identity and self-expression. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. Is a witty observation about human behavior. It suggests that people are often quick to identify and criticize the negative habits of others, while ignoring their own shortcomings. The statement also implies that it is easier to see the flaws in others than to acknowledge and work on one's own faults. By pointing out the need for reform in other people's habits, we can avoid confronting our own issues and shortcomings. While it is natural to notice and be bothered by the negative habits of others, it is important to approach this observation with a spirit of compassion and humility. Rather than simply pointing out the faults of others, we should strive to understand the reasons behind their habits and work towards finding constructive solutions that benefit everyone involved. Ultimately, we should all be open to the idea that we have room for improvement in our own habits and behaviors. By recognizing our own flaws and making an effort to change them, we can lead by example and inspire others to do the same. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. Is a reflection on the unique characteristics of human beings. The statement suggests that blushing is a uniquely human phenomenon, and that it serves as an indicator of the complex social and emotional interactions that occur within human societies. Blushing is a physical response to a variety of emotional stimuli, including embarrassment, shame, or guilt. It is caused by the dilation of blood vessels in the face and neck, resulting in a reddening of the skin. While some other animals may experience changes in skin coloration, this is typically related to camouflage, rather than an emotional response. The statement also suggests that the need to blush is related to the social complexity of human societies. Humans live in groups and engage in complex social interactions that require constant negotiation and diplomacy. The need to avoid embarrassment, shame, and social exclusion is therefore particularly important for human beings. Blushing can serve as a visible sign of an individual's awareness of social norms and their willingness to conform to them. Overall, the statement is a reminder of the unique qualities that make human beings distinct from other animals. Blushing is one example of the complex range of emotions and behaviors that are unique to human societies, and it serves as a reminder of the importance of social norms and emotional awareness in human interactions. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. Suggests that an individual's self-acceptance and self-worth are critical to their overall sense of comfort and well-being. In other words, if a person is not at peace with themselves and their actions, they will not be able to feel truly comfortable or content, regardless of their external circumstances. This statement highlights the importance of self-esteem and self-confidence in an individual's mental and emotional health. If a person is constantly seeking validation and approval from others, they may never feel truly comfortable or at ease in their own skin. On the other hand, if a person has a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth, they are less likely to be swayed by the opinions of others and more likely to feel comfortable with their own decisions and actions. Ultimately, this statement suggests that true comfort and contentment come from within, rather than from external sources such as wealth, status, or approval from others. If a person can learn to accept and approve of themselves, they will be better equipped to handle life's challenges and enjoy the simple pleasures that life has to offer. There is no sadder thing than a young pessimist, except an old optimist. Is a reflection on the nature of optimism and pessimism and how they change over time. The statement suggests that it is a sad thing to see a young person who has already given up on the possibilities of the future, as well as an old person who still clings to hope despite the hardships and disappointments of life. A young person who is already a pessimist may have become jaded by life's challenges and struggles, or they may have experienced disappointment or disillusionment at an early age. They may lack the resilience and optimism needed to persevere in the face of adversity, which can limit their opportunities and potential for growth. An old person who is still an optimist may have experienced significant hardships and setbacks over the course of their life, but they remain hopeful and positive despite these challenges. While this is often seen as a positive trait, the statement suggests that it can also be sad to see someone who has not yet come to terms with the realities of life and the inevitability of aging and decline. Overall, the statement suggests that there is a balance to be struck between optimism and pessimism, and that both can be limiting if taken to extremes. It is important to maintain a positive outlook while also being realistic and pragmatic about the challenges of life, and to cultivate resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Is a powerful observation about the nature of misinformation and the challenges of correcting false information once it has spread. The statement suggests that lies or false information can spread rapidly and easily, while the truth often takes longer to emerge and gain traction. This statement is particularly relevant in today's world, where the widespread use of social media and the internet has made it easier than ever to spread false information and rumors. The statement highlights the importance of being critical and discerning when consuming information, and of verifying the accuracy of claims before sharing them. The statement also suggests that once false information has spread, it can be difficult to correct or reverse the damage that has been done. This is because false information can shape people's perceptions and beliefs, and can be resistant to correction even in the face of clear evidence to the contrary. In conclusion, the statement highlights the importance of accuracy, truth, and critical thinking in our society. It is a reminder of the need to be diligent in verifying information and avoiding the spread of false information. It also highlights the importance of being patient and persistent in the pursuit of truth, as it may take time for the truth to emerge and gain acceptance in the face of misinformation. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Is a powerful observation about the destructive nature of anger and the harm that it can do to the individual who harbors it. The statement compares anger to acid, which is a corrosive substance that can eat away at whatever it comes into contact with. In the same way, anger can eat away at an individual's mental and emotional well-being, as well as their relationships with others. Holding on to anger can lead to negative physical and emotional symptoms, such as anxiety, depression, and high blood pressure. The statement suggests that the harm caused by anger is often directed towards the individual who is feeling it, rather than the person or situation that provoked it. This is because anger can cause an individual to act impulsively and say or do things that they later regret. In addition, holding on to anger can create a toxic emotional environment that can harm relationships with others. Overall, the statement highlights the importance of managing anger in a healthy way. Rather than allowing anger to fester and build up inside, it is important to find healthy outlets for it, such as exercise, journaling, or talking with a trusted friend or therapist. By doing so, individuals can avoid the harm that anger can do to their own mental and emotional well-being, as well as their relationships with others. The only very marked difference between the average civilized man and the average savage is that the one is gilded and the other is painted. Is a commentary on the superficiality of cultural and societal distinctions between people. The statement suggests that the difference between civilized people and savage people is not as great as it may appear at first glance. While there may be differences in language, customs, and behaviors, these differences are often superficial and do not fundamentally alter the essential human nature of individuals. The use of the words gilded and painted suggests that the differences between these groups are merely superficial and cosmetic. Both the civilized man and the savage man are human beings with the same basic needs and desires, and the cultural and societal distinctions between them are often arbitrary and based on historical, political, and economic factors. Overall, the statement suggests that the idea of civilization is often used to justify the exploitation and subjugation of other groups, and that these distinctions are ultimately illusory. It is a call for greater understanding and empathy between different cultural and societal groups, and a reminder that our common humanity is more important than our superficial differences. Always do what is right. It will gratify half of mankind and astound the other. Is a powerful call to action that encourages individuals to prioritize their values and principles over the opinions and expectations of others. The statement suggests that doing what is right is not always easy or popular, but it is ultimately the best course of action. By doing what is right, individuals can satisfy their own sense of morality and ethics, and can inspire respect and admiration from others who share those values. At the same time, doing what is right can also challenge the beliefs and assumptions of those who do not share those values, and can provoke surprise, confusion, or even hostility. The statement implies that there are often opposing views on what is right or wrong, and that the decision to do what is right can be a difficult and challenging one. However, the statement also suggests that doing what is right is ultimately a rewarding and fulfilling course of action, as it aligns with one's own sense of moral integrity and can inspire positive change in the world. In conclusion, the statement encourages individuals to prioritize their own moral and ethical principles and to act accordingly, regardless of the opinions and expectations of others. It suggests that doing what is right is ultimately the most gratifying and inspiring course of action, and that it can have a profound impact on the world around us. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Is a powerful reminder that there will never be a perfect or ideal time to take action or pursue our goals and dreams. The statement suggests that many people delay taking action or making important decisions because they are waiting for the right time. However, the reality is that there will always be obstacles, challenges, and uncertainties, and waiting for the perfect moment may result in missed opportunities and regret. The statement encourages individuals to take action and pursue their goals and dreams, even if the timing may not seem ideal. It suggests that by taking action and moving forward, individuals can create their own opportunities and overcome obstacles, rather than waiting for external circumstances to align. In essence, the statement is a call to action that encourages individuals to be proactive and seize opportunities, rather than waiting for them to come to them. It emphasizes the importance of taking risks and being willing to step outside of one's comfort zone in pursuit of personal and professional growth. Overall, the statement suggests that the key to success and fulfillment in life is to take action and pursue our goals and dreams, even if the timing may not be perfect. By doing so, individuals can create their own opportunities and ultimately achieve their desired outcomes. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Suggests that there are some people who are not trustworthy or deserving of the truth. The statement implies that the truth is a valuable commodity that should not be wasted on people who will not appreciate or respect it. It suggests that there are individuals who may not have the moral character or integrity to handle the truth responsibly, and that sharing the truth with them could have negative consequences. However, the statement also raises questions about who is deserving of the truth and who is not. It implies a certain level of judgment and discrimination in deciding who is worthy of the truth, which can be problematic. Additionally, it is important to note that withholding the truth can also have negative consequences, as it can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunication, and mistrust. In general, it is important to use discretion when sharing the truth with others, and to consider the potential consequences of doing so. While it may be appropriate to withhold the truth in certain situations, it is also important to be honest and transparent when possible, particularly in situations where trust and mutual respect are important. Ultimately, the decision to share the truth should be based on a careful assessment of the situation and the people involved, rather than a blanket rule about who is or is not deserving of it. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Is a reminder that we are responsible for creating our own success and happiness in life, and that the world does not owe us anything. The statement suggests that many people have a sense of entitlement or expectation that they are owed something by the world, whether it is success, happiness, or some other form of reward. However, the reality is that the world does not owe us anything, and it is up to us to create our own opportunities and work hard to achieve our goals. The statement emphasizes the importance of taking personal responsibility for our own lives, rather than expecting others or the world to provide for us. It suggests that we must be proactive, resourceful, and resilient in pursuing our dreams and goals, and that success and happiness are earned through hard work and determination. In essence, the statement is a call to action that encourages individuals to take control of their own lives, rather than relying on external factors or the benevolence of others. It emphasizes the importance of hard work, perseverance, and personal responsibility in achieving success and happiness, and reminds us that the world owes us nothing. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great ones make you feel that you, too, can become great. Is a reminder that the people we surround ourselves with can have a significant impact on our self-belief and confidence. The statement suggests that there are some individuals who may try to undermine our ambitions and goals, often out of their own insecurity or fear of failure. These small people may be negative or critical of our aspirations and may discourage us from pursuing our dreams. On the other hand, the statement suggests that there are really great people who can inspire and motivate us to achieve greatness. These individuals may be supportive, encouraging, and uplifting, and may make us feel capable of achieving our goals and aspirations. The statement emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people who believe in us and our potential. By doing so, we can increase our self-belief and confidence, and overcome the negative influence of those who may try to belittle our ambitions. Overall, the statement is a call to action that encourages individuals to seek out positive and supportive relationships, and to distance themselves from those who may undermine their aspirations and goals. It emphasizes the importance of self-belief and confidence in achieving success and happiness, and reminds us of the power of positive relationships in helping us reach our full potential. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Suggests that the fear of death is often rooted in a fear of not having fully lived. In other words, if we feel that we have not fully experienced or enjoyed life, we may fear death as a missed opportunity to do so. The statement implies that if we are truly living our lives to the fullest, we will be prepared to face death at any time. This suggests that a life well lived is one that is full of meaning, purpose, and joy, and that such a life can provide a sense of fulfillment and acceptance even in the face of death. The statement also implies that those who fear death may not be living their lives to the fullest, and may be missing out on the joys and experiences that life has to offer. It suggests that living a full and meaningful life can help us overcome our fear of death, and can provide us with a sense of peace and acceptance in the face of our own mortality. Overall, the statement is a reminder that life is precious and should be lived to the fullest. By doing so, we can overcome our fear of death and find peace and fulfillment in the present moment. Life is short, break the rules. Forgive quickly, kiss slowly. Love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that makes you smile. Is a call to live life to the fullest and to embrace the joys and experiences that it has to offer. The first part of the statement, life is short, break the rules, suggests that we should not be constrained by societal norms and expectations, and should instead take risks and pursue our passions. It encourages us to embrace our individuality and to be true to ourselves, rather than conforming to the expectations of others. The second part of the statement, forgive quickly, kiss slowly, emphasizes the importance of living in the moment and savoring life's pleasures. It suggests that we should let go of grudges and resentments, and instead focus on the present moment and the people we care about. The third part of the statement, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, highlights the importance of love, joy, and connection in our lives. It suggests that we should love deeply and authentically, and allow ourselves to experience the full range of emotions that life has to offer. Finally, the statement encourages us to never regret anything that makes you smile, reminding us that the small moments of joy and happiness are just as important as the big milestones. It suggests that we should cherish and appreciate these moments, and not waste our time on regrets or negative thoughts. Overall, the statement is a reminder that life is a precious and fleeting gift, and that we should embrace it fully and without hesitation. It encourages us to prioritize the things that matter most, including love, joy, and connection, and to live our lives in a way that brings us happiness and fulfillment. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Suggests that holding on to our dreams and aspirations is an essential part of living a fulfilling life. The word illusions in this context can refer to our hopes, dreams, and visions of what we want our lives to be like. These illusions can provide us with a sense of purpose and direction, and can inspire us to take risks, pursue our passions, and create the life we want. The statement suggests that if we give up on our illusions, we may still be physically alive, but we will have lost something essential that makes life worth living. Without our dreams and aspirations, we may feel lost, aimless, and disconnected from the world around us. By contrast, holding on to our illusions can help us stay engaged with life, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Our dreams can inspire us to keep going, to strive for something better, and to find joy and meaning in the journey, even if we never fully reach our goals. Overall, the statement encourages us to hold on to our illusions and to keep dreaming, even in the face of adversity. It suggests that our hopes and aspirations are a vital part of what makes us human, and that they can help us to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Suggests that we are all flawed and imperfect, and that accepting this fact can help us to understand the complexities of life. The word mad in this context can be interpreted to mean imperfect or flawed, rather than referring to a clinical definition of mental illness. The statement suggests that all of us, regardless of our background or circumstances, have flaws and quirks that make us unique and that contribute to the complexities of life. The statement suggests that by acknowledging our shared imperfections and quirks, we can better understand the mysteries of life. Rather than trying to unravel the complexities of the world, we can simply accept that we are all mad in our own way, and that this is what makes life so interesting and unpredictable. By recognizing and accepting our own imperfections, we can also develop greater empathy and understanding for others. Instead of judging others for their quirks and flaws, we can recognize that we all have our own unique struggles and challenges. Overall, the statement encourages us to embrace our own imperfections and quirks, and to recognize that these are what make us human. It suggests that by accepting this fact, we can better understand the mysteries of life and develop greater empathy and compassion for ourselves and others. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Suggests that a life filled with meaningful relationships, enjoyable hobbies, and a clear conscience can be considered an ideal way of living. The phrase good friends implies that having close and supportive relationships is an essential part of a happy and fulfilling life. Friends can provide emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging, all of which are important for our well-being. The phrase good books implies that having a love for learning and intellectual pursuits can also contribute to a fulfilling life. Reading can provide us with knowledge, insight, and entertainment, and can broaden our perspective on the world. The phrase a sleepy conscience suggests that living with integrity and doing what is right can provide us with a sense of peace and contentment. When we act in accordance with our values and principles, we can feel good about ourselves and our actions. Taken together, the statement suggests that a life filled with meaningful relationships, enjoyable hobbies, and a sense of purpose and integrity can be considered an ideal way of living. It implies that having a balanced and fulfilling life is not just about material success, but also about the quality of our relationships, our love of learning, and our commitment to living with integrity. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Suggests that when seeking love or forming romantic relationships, it is important to let your emotions and feelings guide you, rather than relying solely on rational decision-making or overthinking. The phrase bait with your heart implies that love should be approached with a sense of openness, vulnerability, and authenticity. It suggests that we should be willing to take risks and express our true feelings in order to connect with others on a deeper level. The phrase not your brain suggests that relying solely on rational thinking and analyzing may not always lead to successful romantic connections. Love is often unpredictable and irrational, and it cannot be completely controlled or predicted by logical thinking alone. Overall, the statement encourages us to approach love with an open heart and to be willing to take risks and be vulnerable in order to form meaningful connections with others. It implies that love cannot be fully understood or predicted by rational thinking alone, and that it requires a willingness to embrace our emotions and feelings in order to truly connect with others. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Suggests that it is important to value and prioritize ourselves in relationships, and to avoid being taken for granted or undervalued by others. The phrase allowing someone to be your priority implies that we may prioritize someone else's needs, feelings, or desires over our own in a relationship. While it is important to show care and consideration for others in our lives, it should not come at the cost of neglecting our own needs and well-being. The phrase allowing yourself to be their option suggests that we may be seen as dispensable or replaceable by the other person, and that they may not value us as much as we value them. This can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, and hurt. Overall, the statement encourages us to value ourselves and our needs in relationships, and to avoid allowing others to take advantage of us or treat us as if we are not important. It implies that healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, caring, and appreciation, and that it is important to maintain a sense of balance and equality in our interactions with others.